Okay, well, let's just talk about this print.
Okay.
Came in last night at 10:30. That baby of mine wouldn't let me in, so move it on over.
Move it on over.
Move it on over.
Move it on over.
Move over, little dog, cause the big dog's moving in.
So kind of on this print, not really following a roadmap, dude. I'm kind of working it, trying to really sink this one. Experimental carving. I'm forcing myself to carve different than I usually do. There's some tight carving, but there's also a lot of loose carving. None of it really makes any sense. What I'm doing is a lot of push and pull. I'm throwing down a cool color, and then I'm carving some. I'm dropping down a warm color. I just knocked it back with this white. You can see I knocked it way back, and then I'm going to push it back up with another dark, maybe like a dark viridian green or something like that. And so more so than like how this thing turns out, I'm going for the experience of rocking this woodcut back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until I essentially am out of wood. I really want to push these things, drown this print to where there's nothing left. I did my first woodcut at Northland College, an environmental liberal arts college in Ashland, Wisconsin. A little hippie school. I was probably the only one on campus that didn't smoke pot. And I did a woodcut there. My teacher was Jason Terry, intro to printmaking, and first woodcut I ever did, I was hooked. I loved it, man. That's how I started. So that was 2007. Now what is it now? 2017. So how long have I been printmaking?
10 years.
10 years, baby. Woo! Yeah, so basically, like, in Wisconsin, when I was doing woodcuts there, I was thinking about the desert the whole time. I'm always thinking back home about the desert. I'm obsessed with southern Utah and northern Mexico, the Sonoran Desert in northern Mexico and southern Arizona. And so I'm always doing kind of like animals and stuff like that. But, there's like, you can do like a lot of straightforward animals. Let me see if I can see. Fun to do like a crow, but just copying a crow after a while gets kind of old. And so I start thinking about like, how can I mix? I'll bring like a drawing pad out with me when I go hiking and draw. And I start thinking, how can I mix like the experiment of doing wildlife rehab last summer, with my friends up in Kanab. How can I mix that with this hike I did with my brother Jim, where I was looking at all these yucca pods? And then how can I mix that with kind of like how I'm feeling, this month? And then it's kind of like journaling. I kind of get all these different ideas from different parts of my life and kind of smash them all into a drawing on a woodcut and start carving and printing them. So a lot of this woodcut here is I was down in the Kanab Creek Wilderness area in Grand Canyon, Arizona, and I was drawing a great horned sheep head. And then I was thinking a lot about death. I kind of had a sketchy experience down there, and so I put some bones in there. And then I tend to put a lot of moonflowers in my prints. It's a Seco Datura. It's a flower that grows here. If you drink the tea from it, you hallucinate pretty hard, and I've never done it. A lot of it's just exploring. Sometimes I don't know 100% what I'm doing, and I kind of like that about it. I kind of feel like if I knew exactly what I was doing, that I'd be bored. That I wouldn't be so much into it anymore. But because it's kind of like this idea, that idea, let's try putting them together like this or like that, it makes it a lot funner for me. And if I do figure it out 100%, I'll probably stop doing woodcut and do something else.
She's changed the lock on our front door. My door key don't fit no more, so get it on over.
Move it on over.
Scoot it on